G'day guys, it's Alan here from Fishing Mad. I take a lot of anglers out fishing with me and I'm amazed at how time and time again I see basic rigging and setup mistakes stopping people from catching fish. I'm putting together an instructional step-by-step video for you on how to do gear selection, bait presentation, rig setup, all to help you catch a few more fish. Let's start with gear selection. Now, bream fishing is all about finesse. Most bream that you're going to catch is going to be between 25 centimeters and 40 centimeters. So you don't need to use heavy gear that's suited to fish species like snapper. Most bream rods typically are 1 to 3 kilo or 2 to 4 kilo and 6 to 8 foot in length. That's perfect because it's nice and light and it's sensitive, so you can feel those little bites and inquiries from bream, which are a pretty clever fish. Today, this is my fishing rod. This is a Savage Gear 1DFR. Now this is a 1 to 4 kilo rod and it's 7'2" in length, and it's perfect for this style of fishing because it's really sensitive. It's going to feel those little inquiries and bites. Next, we need to pair our fishing rod with a reel. Now this is a 2000 size spinning reel that I've spooled with 4-pound braid. Now typically when you're bream fishing, you should have a reel that's either 2000, 2500 or 3000 in size. Anything that's bigger than that is just too heavy. Now you can use monofilament or braid. I like using braid, but the only thing I would say is try and pick something that's a decent quality. If you go for really cheap, nasty fishing line, it's often very thick and prone to getting knots, but something like that is actually perfect to pair with this fishing rod. I like to keep bream fishing really simple, and I only use 4 key items when rigging up. First, I like to use bait keeper hooks, either size 4, 6 or 8. Those are size 4, perfect for this stuff. I then like to use very small pea-sized ball sinkers. I've got small barrel swivels, and then that's all put together just with some really light fluorocarbon leader, which is great for bream fishing because it's fused fishing line that's just a little bit thinner in diameter. It's a bit harder for bream to see. Okay, when rigging up, the first thing I'm going to do is grab a small ball sinker and I'm going to feed my main line through that ball sinker, and that's it. That's step 1. Step 2 is I'm going to grab a small barrel swivel and I'm going to do a simple uni knot. Now I'll put a link on the bottom of this video on how to do a uni knot. It's one of the simplest knots. You basically create a little V shape, turn that into a circle, and then feed that through about 5 times. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And that's nice and tight now. And then all we're going to do is we're going to trim that excess away with some braid scissors. Okay, the next step is we're going to grab our leader. So this is fluorocarbon leader, okay, and we're going to use roughly 1/2 meter. So anything between 40 and 50 centimeters is perfect. So okay, again we're going to tie this leader to the other side of the barrel swivel. Again, we're going to use exactly the same knot. We're going to use a uni knot. So we're going to create a little V, and then we're going to create a circle, and then we're going to feed that through 5 times. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Okay, and then we're going to need roughly about 50 centimeters, so about that. Okay, and then all we're going to do is we're going to cut that, and then we're just going to attach our fishing hook. And all we're going to do is attach our fishing hook. So again, this is a size 4 bait keeper. It's got these little knots on the end, which is great for keeping your bait in. And again, all we're going to do is a uni knot at the end of that leader. So we're going to put that in, create a V shape, and then a little circle, and again feed that through 5 times. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Okay, now what we're going to do is we're just going to cut those access tags away. Okay, so there's our rig there. So you can see our running sinker can run all the way up and down the main line to our small barrel swivel, and then we've got 50 centimeters of leader to our bait keeper hook. This is a dynamite rig for bream. So simple, yet so effective. Next, all we need to do now is add some bait. Today we're just going to be using scrub worms as bait. So I've got a little container here of scrub worms that I've purchased, and all we're going to do to rig those up is we're going to grab one of the worms. Okay, now what I like to do is I like to go from about there, and then I put the hook in, feed it up the hook, like so. Okay, keep feeding it up, and then let that hook come out. And then what I like to do at the end is just get the hook, the worm over the top of that hook. And look at that, that is a perfectly rigged up scrub worm. Oh, nice fish, guys. That hasn't taken long. Might have to grab that net in a minute, guys. Oh, nice bream, guys. Really nice fish. Look at that on the scrub worm, hey? Beautiful.
First fish of the day.
Okay, so we've had our scrub worm in the water, probably all for about 10 minutes, guys. And we're actually doing some stuff with the video, and then the rod's gone off. I apologise for the bells, but I am fishing with my kids. If you come down here, you can see this is just a legal size bream. This guy's probably about 30 centimeters. Okay, beautiful, healthy looking bream. And as you can see, guys, as we've rigged up, there's a scrub worm that's still there, and you can see that size 4 bait keeper hook. This is a really simple form of fishing, perfect for taking your kids out fishing. It's really easy to rig up, and as I said, that's probably a 30 centimeter bream. That's legal. As you know, we're fishing mad, we're all about catch and release, so this guy's going to go back. Mate, thanks.
Bye-bye.
Thanks for being part of our video.
Bye-bye.
Give him a minute, and he will definitely swim away in a second. Here we go. Come on, mate. There he goes. Beautiful.
Bye-bye. See you another time.
Oh, you're going to need the net for this one. This is a good fish. All right. Wow, that started peeling drag like crazy. This, I think, is a pretty decent bream. So that's what it's all about, guys. Look at that. That is a beautiful legal size bream. He's probably about 35 centimeters. Beautiful, healthy fish. So it definitely is a very effective way of fishing. Something to give a go, guys. Oh, that's it. Lift. That's it. Go, son.